So a few months ago, I was looking for some new gold stocks that I thought had huge upside and were undervalued. And one of those companies I found, I invested in, and I really like the company. It's a company that has gold and also great exposure to silver and has real resources in the ground. I always stay away from investing in companies that are just saying, maybe we'll find it. Why do that? Especially when we already know we're near peak gold and we're near peak silver. Get a company that really has assets in the ground. At least that's my philosophy with my spec investments. So found a company that I loved, ended up interviewing the CEO, who I really love as well. And then flash forward to today, this is a near-term producer that actually reached back out to me and asked me to do a stock profile and sponsored video. So full disclosure, I am an investor in this company and this is a sponsored video. And I'm gonna break down Blue Lagoon Resources and the top reasons I chose to invest in this stock and why I think it's worth you considering as well. So if you want to see more stock profile videos like this, give me a comment down below that says yes, stock reviews. You can comment down below yes, stock reviews. Make sure to hit the like button on either side and let's dive right into this video. Okay, so the first thing that I love about this company is that it's severely undervalued. It was undervalued when I invested in it, and flash forwarding just a little bit further, it is severely undervalued right now. It is trading, as of the time I'm making this video, at 53 cents US dollars. It's been as high as $1.35. The CEO himself, who got an incredible deal on the property, which I'll talk about more later, but he's in at $1 Canadian. And this is what happens during a correction, during a bull market. You get the companies that actually have resources that get extremely sold off. And so you're looking at this company being almost down 53 cents at a high of 135. And the reason that I love this is because what tends to happen as people get more and more and more excited and they kind of get the gold fever, what happens is some companies without real explanation skyrocket, a lot of times without actual assets, and other times companies with assets get severely oversold. So point number one is Blue Lagoon right now is severely oversold, which is an incredible time to be entering. Number two is the revaluation effect, or basically the catapult. So we know that they have a market cap of 60 million Canadian, but the previous owners put 68 million into it. And unfortunately for the previous owners, and that tends to happen during a bear market. It was at the end of the bear market in the last movements in metals. They put a bunch of money into this and they thought the prices were never gonna go back up. Little did they know that governments were going to hit the printing presses into full gear. Rana saw an incredible opportunity. Rana's a CEO and someone who's done tremendously well in venture capital. So he saw the numbers made sense and went in and got an incredible opportunity at something that is severely under the market cap value, especially for the present price of gold. And the exciting thing about that, especially when it's so oversold, is you have a revaluation catapult where a company can basically go from there to there super quickly just by a revaluation of the market cap. Now, one of the other reasons that this is severely undervalued is because what Rana did is the previous owners spent about 68 million on this property, getting the permits, getting everything ready. So this isn't just a random piece of land that they're saying, maybe, hopefully we get out lucky. We know there's a lot of gold and we know there's a lot of silver. And the company spent a lot of money, $68 million. And so Rana caught them at the bottom of the previous market. And so he was actually in a share only deal, able to acquire the company. There's no debt on the books to acquire it. So he was able to do this at $2 Canadian. And right now it's trading at 53 cents just because we've had such a terrible sentiment right now in the metals market during this correction. Number three, most of the property has not been explored. We already know we got a lot of gold, we already know we got a lot of silver, and we already know a bunch of money was spent by the previous owners to get it into a position where it is a near-term gold and silver producer. But 90% of the property is undeveloped, and one of the things that is really savvy about what Rana was able to do was acquire a company that had already all the permits. So we're going to get rocking and rolling on drilling here in early 2021. And you know, one of the most exciting things is when 90% of a property is unexplored and we already know there's gold and silver in the ground, and we got 90% of the space still to go. Once we get those great drill results, that's when we see the huge momentum that occurs in the revaluation in the markets. Number 4, producer component. Anyone will tell you, especially the people that have come on my channel, you need companies that have the cash flow sustainability of being a producer, but also still have the upside of the exploration component. While 90% of this property remains unexplored, we do know that we have the Dome Mountain component, which thankfully only costs about $1.5 million to get the whole thing ready and be an immediate gold producer, silver producer. So we're gonna have the availability and the announcements on that over summer, which is exciting in and of itself, because if we can get the cash flow moving now, we get the revaluation with the exploration. Number 5, silver exposure. If you watch my channel, you already know I have the majority of my precious metals investments in silver. Silver is about 50% off of its all-time highs, and so I personally believe that small silver companies or companies that have exposure to silver present a lot more of an upside, volatile swing of opportunity as an investor. And so one of the things that I like about Blue Lagoon is because we know we got the gold, and gold creates the stability in the valuation of a company. The prices don't fluctuate as much when you have ounces of gold. But silver is the leverage or the cherry on top to that. And right now they can't give exact numbers for legal reasons, but they believe they might have as much as 2-to-1 silver to gold in the ground. That was what Rana said on a previous interview with me, which is exciting because when you get the silver move, when it's 50% off the highs as it already is, that's when it gets exciting. So if you're looking for an undervalued mining stock that has exposure to both silver and gold, already has permits, we already know that they have ounces in the ground, and you don't want to go chasing all the stocks that are marketed all over the place where you buy in and it's already 25% above the yearly highs, this is what you're looking for. As we said earlier, down at about 50 cents. And it's been as high as about $1.30 United States. It's traded in both Canada and on the OTC. So in Canada, you can get it at BLLG. And on the OTC, you can get it at BLAGF. So I want to thank you for watching this, and I want to thank our sponsor in this video, Blue Lagoon Resources. I truly believe this might be the most exciting time to be alive if you are an investor in commodities and precious metals. The key is to find companies that are not already overvalued. Find companies that should have an incredible revaluation of the market cap, or companies that are well off their year-to-date or all-time highs for no reason other than the sentiment starting to change slightly in the precious metals market, where at the end of this correction, you can expect more money printing, you can expect lower interest rates if that's even possible, and you can expect an awful lot of new stimulus. This is incredible for miners, and this is incredible for the precious metals. So make sure you check out Blue Lagoon Resources if you're looking for an additional speculation play. It's in the link right there down below where you can check out your research and do your own due diligence. Make sure you hit the like button on this side and this side right over there. And if you want to see more stock profile updates, make sure you leave a comment down below that lets me know that you're interested in seeing a regular stock profile. Thank you for watching this video, and thank you, Blue Lagoon Resources.